So welcome. Come on in. Let me know where you're coming in from when you get here. And I think I got things lined out so we can see where we're going and what's happening. So one of the things I want to say right now to everybody is being too sensitive was never the problem. Never, ever, ever the problem. And so are you tired of being someone you're not? Are you? I fed up with that. I had enough. So good morning, everybody. Come on in. Let me know where you're coming in from. It's so good to see you. Keep coming in and say hi. Come in here. I'm on TikTok live, and I'm right here on YouTube and a Facebook page, or a couple of them live also. So I'm excited that we're here. And if you don't know me, I'm Madalyn. And I'm glad that you showed up today because we're going to talk about something that honestly took me 77 years to figure out. And I hope by sharing this on my live today, it won't take you that long. Please don't take that long. And maybe you can learn from my mistakes. That's why I'm here, showing up for you so that you don't have to take as long as I did and go through all the hard mistakes that I ended up going through. So let me ask you something honestly from the very start. And if you're just joining, go ahead and drop a comment below and tell me where you're coming in from. If you're here on YouTube and if you're here on TikTok. So I'm going back and forth to both. So I hope you can tell that everything's okay. And I check the chat over here on YouTube, over here to my far side. So my eyes go everywhere, but I'm looking directly at you and I'm speaking directly to you from my heart. So let me ask you something honest right now. Before I spent decades doing exactly the wrong thing, doing exactly not showing up like I was supposed to, I finally figured out something that was important. Finally, being too sensitive for business was never a problem. I shut that down because I was so sensitive and accused of all kind of things of being sensitive and cry too easy and all that kind of stuff. Is that you? It's like being too sensitive is not a problem. Don't try to hide who you really are. That's what I did. That was the problem, hiding who you really are. That's a huge problem. So stay with me today because I'm getting ready to share my story, the real one. And I think if you're here, if something drew you to this live, to this morning, there's probably a reason for that. Do you think? Probably a reason for that. So let me give you some context about who I am and where I came from so you'll know what's going on. I'm 77, mid-70s, 77, and for most of my adult life, I lived in what I call a man's world. We still have that. We still are in a man's world, but it's starting to change, right? I worked in corporate. My husband and I owned drugstores together. I spent decades in business environments where you learn real quick that you don't share your feelings. You just don't. You keep that to yourself. There's a lot of things you don't share. You don't talk about your intuition. Any of us in here are very intuitive. Do you talk about it very much? Our energy or anything spiritual, that doesn't fit in the business world. You just get to the point, you handle that business, and then you just move on. So come on in. Let me know where you're coming in from. I'm glad that you're here, and hit that screen if you're on TikTok and send me those hearts and those flowers and those gifts. I love to get them all the time. So back for me, I was good at it. I really was. I knew how to show up in that world. But here's what most people don't know about me. And I'm sure you don't either. Most people don't know. Before all of that corporate life, before all those years in business, I was different. I was different. I'm a fine artist. I've been painting for about 60 years. My mom was an artist. I come from a family of artists. I like to read and design oracle cards. I work with energy. I channel guidance from my spiritual high level guides. I'm an empath, deeply sensitive, and super intuitive. Does this sound like any of you? Hi, come on in. I'm glad you're here, Nadia. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, yeah, I love what some people call woo-woo stuff. I love it. I thrive on that. And that's who I really am at my core. So you can call it whatever you want to. It makes me happy. It like lights that inner spark in me. But you know what? I didn't show that side of me. Do you show that side of yourself? Do you? Do you ever let yourself be yourself in the business world, in corporate America? At least I didn't think I could. And if you're doing that, kudos to you. And if you're not, I'm here to tell you, get back to being you. Okay? So I buried her. I hid that part of myself for decades, forever, just to fit in. How many times do we do stuff we don't need to so that we just to fit in? Really? Just to be taken seriously, just to succeed. And honestly, I lost myself in the process. Have you lost yourself too? Let me know in the chat here if any of this sounds like you. And if you have any questions about what our topic is, put them in here. Anything off topic, I can't cover that. If you have something very deeply personal that you really need to talk to me about, you just need to drop your email in my link up there. And when you get the email from me with your free gifts, reply to that email from me and say magic or say whatever it is that you need to in the subject line so that I make sure to grab it because I answer everything. I answer everything. But can you relate to what this topic is? I know it's a hard, sad truth for a lot of us, really, really a lot of us. And if you have to hop off of here, just remember the full live is being live streamed over on the YouTube channel right here. And you can always catch that at any time because it's there to stay. Here on TikTok, it's only here while I'm here and it's gone. And then I can say, put little post snippets of what we covered. But if you want the full Megillah, it's over on my TikTok channel. And that's also up in the link in my bio. So I can't wait to learn more right away. So if you're ready to get moving, if you can't stay any longer, go ahead and put your email in, get the blueprint, reply to the email from me, and we'll talk. So, okay, let's get back to it, okay? So welcome, come on in. Let me know in the comments what's going on with you. And I want to fast forward to March the 7th, which is my birthday, March the 7th. I'm Pisces, just so you guys know. March the 7th, 2024. On my birthday, that's when I joined the Legacy Builders with my mentor, Michelle O'Neill, through the digital growth community. And I thought, okay, here's a new business chance. Yes, a new business chance. Let me handle this the way I always handle business. Cut to the chase, get to the point, make that sale, move on. Oh my goodness, greetings. Come on in. I'm glad that you're here. I see you. I see all of you. So you know what? My first 2 weeks, I sold 5 people, all friends who were curious about what I was doing. And I was like, okay, I got this piece of cake. And then nothing. I mean, nothing. For over a year, nothing. And when I started, and you know what? I really and truly from that nothing, I gave myself grace. Because when I started with Michelle, she taught me something very important. Give yourself a year to learn. Now, granted, we all come in here because we need to earn some money, and it's usually pretty pressing and pretty strict. Hi, Nadia. Keep sending those hearts. Thank you very much. Thank you. But the money will come when you follow this different information I'm going to give you today. And like I said, if you can't catch the whole thing, it's over on my YouTube channel. When we get through, go scrub through it, find what you need. But she taught me something very important about giving myself a year to learn. Well, I didn't want to do that. But what she said for her, she said she didn't care if she didn't make nothing for months. She was just as desperate for money as the rest of us are. She said, I didn't care about ending my year. I didn't care. All I wanted to do was know that I could end my year making 50. I didn't, no, let me rephrase that. I didn't care about ending my year making $54,000. She gave herself permission, and I want you to give yourself permission to be in that learning stage, because this is so different. This is so different from anything I've learned in corporate, anything I've learned from any other business world, anything we've learned about how to have a business online that's driven with men behind it, with that masculine, strong push, push, push energy and identity hustle going on with it. This is so different. This is so different. And so she gave herself permission to be in the learning stage. Me? I didn't do that at first. No, 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 no. Because I'm older. I'm smarter. I'm wiser. I think I know better. Is that you? Hands up if that's you. That, oh my gosh. So I thought I had to figure it all out immediately. So one thing, I'm a Pisces and I'm older. And so I expect everything to show up right away. That's how my energy is. I thought I had to figure it out immediately. And I thought if I wasn't making sales right away, oh my gosh, something was wrong with me. Is that you? If you're not making sales right away, you blame yourself. Something's wrong with you. Took me 2 years to realize, yeah, I wasn't failing. 2 years, my friends. I was learning and growing. Was learning how to show up as myself, which I haven't even gotten there until now. I was learning how to tell my story. Okay, so that always scared me. What is my story? I don't know what it is. I finally figured that out. Learning how to tell my story. Learning that being sensitive wasn't my weakness. It wasn't. Are you sensitive and you think, oh, you got to hide that? You can't let anybody know that. You keep it all to yourself. Michelle created a belief. It's all about a belief. So for Michelle, our mentor, she created a belief that she could make $54,000 for her first year. What belief would you like to create for you? I've got one for me. What about you? Michelle's was her belief that she could make $54,000 her first year doing this business. You know what happened? Can you guess? She ended up making 6 figures in 6 months because she already believed in that possibility and she just stepped into it. Now, that may sound really strange and really woo-woo, but it's how things happen. I didn't have that belief yet, but I stayed with this program anyway. I stayed because somewhere deep down, somewhere, I knew there was more. Do you know there's more for you? I know there was more. How are you feeling? Are you satisfied with what's going on with you, or do you know there's more? And you just would like to find it and give yourself a chance at it and give yourself grace doing it. Michelle kept saying something that my soul knew was true, even though my head could not accept it yet. I really couldn't. I really couldn't. Are you hard-headed like me? Super, super hard-headed, determined to do things a certain way, your way? You have to give up control. You give up control, turn it over to spirit, and you'll be surprised what really happens. So she kept saying, tell your story. Be vulnerable. Ouch. Scary. Show up as you. Scary. Who wants to meet? Who cares about me? Why would I show up as me? Nobody wants to know about me. I'm sure not going to be vulnerable to everything out here on social media. That just opens it up for all the naysayers to show up. So she kept saying that. Tell your story. Be vulnerable. Show up as you. For years, she would say that. And I would go through the training and I would listen and I would think I was doing that. And I'm sitting here thinking the whole time, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that. I've spent my whole life not doing that. Does that sound like you too? I didn't know how to do that at all. Now, is this starting to sound like you where you've been too? I want to hear from you. Drop it here in the comments and let me know. Drop it in the chat so I know if I'm speaking to your heart, because I know you're here for a reason. And I think it's this. I think it's I'm speaking to your heart. It took me a year, honestly, over 2 years, to wrap my head around the idea of it's safe being myself. I was actually okay. That's okay in my online business. Now that's business. Online, when you have your own digital business, then you be you, no matter what. It's safe. You're not reporting to the man. You're not listening to the admin next to you telling you what to say, what not to say. You're not listening to the workers. You can be you. And that I could talk about being an empath, which I am, and that I could mention my oracle cards, and that I could paint and build a business that could be spiritual and professional. You don't usually think those things go together, do you? Yeah. My corporate brain just could not compute that for the longest time. I don't know about you guys, but I've been out there in the regular businessman's world for a long, long, long time. And so it took some doing for me to readjust myself. And it may take you some doing. So be gracious with yourself. Take some time. Hi, come on in. I'm glad that you're here. So it's like I kept thinking, and this may be you too. I'm too old for this. I'm too old for this. I'm not tech savvy. I sure don't want to be. I'm too sensitive for the online business world, that hustle culture stuff. That just shuts me down. And I'm not crazy about social media because, again, that's putting yourself out there. And none of that's me. That's not me. But I stayed. I stayed studying the training. I stayed in the program. I stayed watching the videos off and on, but mostly watching what she had to say and trying to implement what she had to say, still not knowing how to be me and how to tell my story. But I thought I did. I thought I did because something inside of me knew there was more. So I kept here. I stayed here. And then, oh my gosh, something shifted. It's hard to explain, but something shifted. Hi, Samuel, come on in. Keep hitting that screen over here on TikTok so I can see those hearts. And let me know if this is making sense to you. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, we're talking about how to show up and be yourself, that you're not too sensitive. And aren't you tired of having to be a way that other people expect you to be? Be yourself. So something finally shifted, and I finally gave myself permission to stop hiding. So if you're just coming in, say hello. Let me know where you're coming in from. This is really, really good what we're talking about. How you can be you, sensitive or sensitivities or not. You don't have to shy away from it. So what I finally did to show up as all of me, I could do it. I gave myself permission to show up as all of me, as the artist, because I paint. See, that's just one of them. I painted for years. The empath that thinks, oh no, I can't be that way because I get too much energy influences and so I've got to stop. No, I've learned how to handle all that. The spiritual woman who reads oracle cards and channels spirit's guidance. That's okay for me to let you guys know that. Now, I can let you know that. This 77-year young woman who's lived a full life with so many contradictions and complexities and all of it. And you know what happened? I got to be me, but I didn't suddenly get a bunch of sales. That's not the fairy tale ending here. But I got something way more important. I actually got happy. I got myself back, myself, the one of me that's been lost for years and years and years, that was beaten down and trained to not show up at all. After 77 years, I finally came back to who I really am. Fun, playful, exciting, happy, sharing, loving what I do and what I'm about. And I realized that this business I'm building in the digital growth community, the legacy builders business, is not just teaching me how to make money online, and it is, but it's not just that, it's teaching me how to be myself again, how to build something in 2 hours a day. That's what you'll learn without chasing people, no DMs, because that's a time waster, and without pretending to be someone I'm not. Does that sound interesting to you? Are you ready to be you? So it also gave me a simple system that I can follow. I don't have to get up every day and figure out what is it I'm supposed to do because I don't know. Well, it's okay because it's right there. I do know what I'm supposed to do. Easy. And I have a community of how many do we have now? 56, maybe 60,000 members here in the digital growth community that show up to support me, to show up to support you. Hi, Daniel. Come on in. Say hi. Let me know where you're coming in from. I'm glad you said hi. Hit the screen, hit those hearts and flowers and all that good stuff. So I also got a mentor who could keep reminding me. We need to be reminded, don't we? Because we forget things. We get off in our busyness and we always forget something. So I got a beautiful, excellent mentor that not only her, but she's the main one, but we have several mentors in here that keep reminding me my sensitivity, my intuition, my spiritual side are not all weaknesses in this digital business world, in this digital online ownership world. No, they're my strengths. They're my strengths. Now, wouldn't that make you feel better where you can just lean back on your strengths? Have you recognized yet that your perceived faults are actually your strengths? What do you think about that? People told you that before? Yeah, it's important. It's important. So stop hiding yourself. Stop beating yourself up. Stop thinking because you're a certain way, you can't be that way anymore. That's the unique quality of you. Be you. Show up as you. And when you allow yourself to do that, then you have a story that you can share. And I'll share my full story over on a YouTube video sometime this week, probably. You can always grab that, especially if you're subscribed to my YouTube channel and are here following me on TikTok. I'll let you know. But here's what I want you to know today. If you're like me and you spent years, maybe even decades, hiding who you really are just to seem like you're professional and acceptable, stop it. Stop it. By not showing up as you and continuing to kind of medical problems, all kind of stressors, all kind of things that's going to cost you a bunch of money at the doctor to figure out what's going on with you. And it's only started because you, for years and years and years, stuffed down being you. You have to be you. You have to be you. And if you're an empath, a creative, a sensitive soul, a light worker who's been told you're just too much, no, you're too much, or you're not business minded enough, this is never going to work for you. You're not business minded enough. I'm great. How are you? Come on in. Where are you from? Tell me where you're from. You don't need to be less of who you are to succeed. For Pete's sake, you need to stop pretending to be someone you're not. And that's what this whole life is about. And if you've missed it, it's streamed on the YouTube channel and you can scroll through that and watch the whole thing. So let me tell you what I'm following and what I'm doing and what I'm learning that's actually helped me to build this differently. It's helped me to show up as me. It's called the Legacy Builders in the Digital Growth Community. And it's a simple, really simple. And that's why I really didn't pay too much attention to it. Seems like if it's too simple, then we kind of dismiss it, right? Oh, big mistake, big mistake. So it's a simple step-by-step blueprint for building digital income without all the hustle, without chasing any strangers, and without abandoning your soul, your heart's desire. Now, how could that possibly work? How could that work? Well, building digital, why would you want digital income? Why? When you're so used to doing everything the hard way? Because you don't have to create it. You don't have to recreate it. You don't have to ship it. You don't have to track it. You don't have to make sure it gets there. It's like, oh my goodness. So, my friends, I have 3 free gifts I want to give you today. 3, if you're interested. You don't have to if you don't want to. The 6-figure Freedom Formula Blueprint, which is the complete starting point and the whole system that's laid out, which is what I told you. It's too simple. It's too simple. So don't disregard it like I did, especially for years. Please don't. You'll get a short walkthrough video from our mentor, Michelle, so you can actually see and feel what this is all about. And you'll see her and you'll see her energy and her excitement. Her excitement is contagious. Get into that. Be with that contagion and get excited about it. And then the third one is something that I created personally, just for us. It's called The Mystic's Guide to Digital Abundance. And I made it specifically for my empaths, my creatives, my sensitive souls like us, and the ones of us that keep hiding and say, come on, stop your hiding. So you get all 3 of those completely free. All you have to do is just drop your email in my link in my bio above. And if you want that step-by-step, it's in that blueprint. So comment blueprint, make sure you get the free 3 gifts. But again, if you comment blueprint, I will send you that link where you'll need to put your email in. So listen, if you're sitting here and you're thinking, but Madalyn, I'm too old. I'm not tech savvy. I don't know if this is for me. I didn't either. I didn't even know what I was doing, what I was getting. And at 77, I get confused easily. And I came from a world that taught me to hide my sensitive side, not lead with it. For Pete's sake, don't lead with it. Because what's going to happen? You're going to get hurt, right? Nah. Mm-mm. And if I can learn this and follow the little daily step-by-step what to do, because you'll get training. You tap into that community and you get so much every day that you can use or not use. You can be stubborn and go, I'm not going to follow that. Or you can go be stubborn like me and say, well, I'm going to fix it a different way and still wait around and have your learning year. But some people kick it off right away, like Michelle, 100K in 6 months because she got the belief right away and did not pay attention to anything else. Nothing. And if I can learn this, you can learn it too. You just need the right system, the right community, and you have the right product. That's it. So I want to talk to you, see if you have any questions. What's on your heart today? Put them in here, over here in the chat for YouTube and my Facebook pages, and right here on TikTok. What questions do you have? I'd like to see them, and let's talk about it. And if you have any questions, because we always seem to think about them later. You want to, that's not a question, silly, but you're sweet. If you have any questions and think about them later, just pop your email in up there and get that email from me with your 3 free gifts, and then reply to the email from me. Reply to the email with your questions, and I'll answer you personally. Really, truly. And for my metaphysical ones, my really tied into the metaphysical side, I have 6 steps to reclaim your magic guide. And if you want that, you have to let me know. It's free also. So when you reply to the email that I send to you, in the subject line, write magic. And I'll know you want to know about that guide, the 6 steps to reclaim your magic. So my friends, if you're just joining, this was great. You can catch the full restream over on YouTube. I'm glad that you're here. It's about showing up as you. Quit hiding yourself. Quit doing and being what you don't want to be, what you're not, what you think you're supposed to be to fit in the corporate world, to fit in the business world. Make your business fit around you. And you'll learn how to do that in the Legacy Builder program. So before I let you go, I want to say one more thing. This week I've heard stories in my community from other people that were also told they were too sensitive or too old or too whatever. And every single one of them decided to take a chance on themselves and try this anyway. And that try moved into doing, because you don't want to try. You want to have the belief that you're ready for it. Set your goal. Set what it is you'd like to see yourself make. But then still find out about you. It has to only come from you. Find out what your story is. We have all the training in there for that. Find out how to show up without having to slide into everybody's DM and without having to cold call everybody. That's all in there for you. So every single one of them that are like me in the community decided to do it anyway. And not because they felt ready. None of us ever feel ready, do we? But not because they had it all figured out either. No, 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 no. You learn as you go. You learn, you earn as you learn. That's one of our main mottos here. You learn as you earn. You learn something, you apply it, let it work for you. You learn the next thing, you apply it, let that work for you. You learn as you earn. And the more you learn and the more you're earning, the more excited you get, the more belief you have in this will actually work. This will actually work. So you don't have to have it all figured out. And you don't have to feel ready. You just have to take that one small step in the direction of being yourself again. So go up there to the link in my bio in TikTok and YouTube and on my Facebook page. It's Lovin, Lovin, mydailypay.com. Pop your email in there and then look for that email from me where you're going to get that 6-figure freedom formula blueprint, which is the foundational start, the walkthrough video from our beautiful mentor, and then my Mystic's Guide to Digital Abundance. All free, all 3 waiting for you. So if something in your chest went yes during me being here, spending time with you this morning on this live here on TikTok and on YouTube, if any part of this resonates with you, just comment worthy. Just comment the word worthy or say the word worthy. I am worthy to yourself. Not because you have to earn it and not because you have to prove anything, but because saying it out loud and commenting, writing it down, even just once, is how your shift starts to begin. And your future, starting this very moment today, can be so different by tomorrow, even by next week. You can start making money online that fast. Just start letting yourself believe in it. So I love you, my friends, so much. Hello. I'm glad that you're here. We're at the end of it. So catch the full thing over on my YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe and say I'm on the replay so I know that you're catching it there. I believe your life can change. I believe my life is changing. I'm here. I'm here as an example for you guys of what not to do and what to do. So thank you, Hunk. Thank you so much. So I'll see you again on Wednesday. I'll come back in on Wednesday at 9 a.m. Same time, same place. And I think what we're going to talk about Wednesday is how to actually make money and start your own online business. I think it's time for that. Aren't you guys ready for that? Yeah. So, hugs to you all. Thank you for being here. And just remember, you can do this by being you. Stop hiding you. Stop thinking that you're perceived false or false. No, they're your powerhouse gifts. Embrace them. Okay, my friends. I love you guys, and I will